computer. Let me share my screen. How's that?
Uh-huh. Got it.
Okay.
Got
Yeah, me too.
Got it.
Okay. Well, looks like they got a floating thing now. Interesting. All right. So let me change a couple things and get my pointer. If that's still around. Yeah, good. Okay. So you see my little green circle?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay. Want to tell us about this?
Okay, everybody probably recognizes that, it's petrified forest. That 32 Studebakers along the road. Anyway, I took a picture of it and I did the normal editing in Lightroom. And the sky was kind of washed out. I replaced it in Lightroom with kind of a sunset picture.
Mhm.
So then I went back and took the exposure down a little and did something with the temperature to make it look more like sunset.
Oh, nice. So you do that in Lightroom or Photoshop?
Lightroom mostly.
You can replace sky in Lightroom now?
What's that?
You can replace the sky in Lightroom now? Oh, nice. I thought you had to go to Photoshop to do that. I didn't see that one. I saw they added.
It wasn't that I just Photoshop.
Oh, it is used for, okay. I just want to clarify
I
that.
use Lightroom for most things.
Yeah.
Where is this?
Pardon?
Where is it? Where is it?
Petrified forest in northern Arizona.
Yeah, it's kind of northeast. It's way up there. Yeah. It's not a half-hour drive, that's for sure. Well, nice. I like it. The only thing I would have probably done, or I suggest in the future, is when you've got, horizon line or something that's close to your subject, like here. I try to separate a little bit, or if you want to get more depth, you might even want this roof to go above this line, to create more of a stage of depth. We've got a nice thing going here, although it is a little tangent here. You try and break things up so they don't line up exactly in the tangent, so that'd probably be the only comment I have while you're composing in the future, but it's a nice image. I really like it. Yeah, rust goes well with sunsets. Okay.
This is also petrified forest.
Mhm.
Just one of the hills out there.
Mm.
It's actually a panorama of two or three shots, can't remember which now,
Mhm.
stitched together
Mhm.
in Lightroom. And then I put a topaz filter on it called Amplify. And I use 33% opacity on it. You can increase the contrast a little, dry out some colors.
Mhm.
I didn't realize they had the striations of that like that part.
Yeah, it looks sort of more like Badlands, doesn't it? Yeah, I do vaguely remember that it did.
Layers on top
but-
of layers, so.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, oh, Badlands. Yeah, cool. It's very nice. I'm gonna have to see if I can tweak this monitor again, because it's looking like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. More color, yeah.
It's a lot more subdued, so. I'll see if I can work on that. Maybe well, if we get time for a little break, I might be able to tweak it. Let's see. All right. We're gonna move pretty quick here because
Yeah,
we got a lot to cover today.
this one is north of Winslow, Arizona. It's called Little Painted Creek.
Okay,
In the Indian reservation.
okay.
This is also a panorama of three shots,
Mhm.
shot at 150mm telephone.
Mhm.
So it's just looking at the hills down there.
Yeah, it's, if you guys are thinking of panoramas, it's always easier to stitch a more like 85mm or higher together, because it flattens out, you don't get as much distortion between frames. Yeah, so it's something to keep in mind, unless you want to have that wide effect. Also, when you're shooting products or tabletop or something, you want to keep it fairly parallel and you've got to tilt a little bit, like you want to get above to see the top. Yeah, the higher the millimeter, like even 200 tends to flatten it out more and make it a little easier to get it up nice and square.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, okay.
This is another one, the following day. There was a big squall line coming in from the north. So I got these photos before it started raining.
Yeah, it's nice because you get that dramatic light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also a panel of 3 shots with this time 42 millimeters. And I put it in topaz also and used a soft grunge filter on it,
Yeah,
which increases sharpness a little and
yeah, bring out the texture a bit too.
radiance.
Cool. Ooh, this is pretty.
This one is same place. I put a topaz filter called Lily's Georgia at 65% opacity, and I give it a Georgia O'Keeffe style.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, real nice, Dave. This is
Very nice.
great.
It's Jim Bowman.
It almost sort of reminds you of waterfall. That if taken at a slow shutter speed.
Right,
so-
yeah, you get kind of that veil, yeah. I don't know about the crop. I'm wondering, maybe, although I like that red band up there, I wonder if maybe you should come down a little bit. Or I don't think you have any more, right? To add to get the tops of the peaks.
What?
At the top, maybe crop down a little bit, because it looks like you're just cutting off a little bit of the peaks, unless you have them,
Yeah.
then I would take it up more. But yeah, let's just take a quick peek and see what happens. Maybe we crop this down. Yeah.
Mm.
Oops. Ah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a little better.
Nice talking to you. Good talking to you. I need to sign up.
All right. Well, thanks for bringing those in.
Beautiful pics.
Really nice.
No, okay.
Really nice. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this before I forget it. So,
What's in there are 3 folders, I think.
all right, let's see what we got here. All right. So Daryl's here and he brought a little mini stick here.
This is my first time, so I don't know all the
Yeah.
parameters of
yeah,
how you
yeah.
operate.
In the future, when I send an email, there's a link and then you can just upload them to Dropbox. Yeah, then they're already, I can preview them, kind of get an idea what to talk about too.
Or there's one in there
Yeah.
you probably don't want to open.
Oh, okay.
Means is we're live and possibly on.
Yeah. So which one do you want? Oh, yes, nude landscapes. Let's do that one first. Okay, so edited.
What is, maybe we do.
Go to art up top.
Art
See
up
what's in
top.
there. I can't remember. I just grabbed a bunch of images because I wasn't sure what the group was gonna be doing or what the.
Well, just do a quickie here. You
Oh,
got,
not that one.
yeah,
That's
you
just weird.
got that and that and
What
yeah,
was that? Wow.
See, I wanted to know how that was done.
yeah. And you got this. Okay. Well, yeah, we can go through those. Are these all yours or are these reference photos? that you picked
They're
up?
all mine. That was just something that I took because I thought the light pattern was interesting.
Okay.
Thought I'd do
All right,
something with it later
All right,
on.
let's do them for
But
the right way here. I'm having trouble. This is kind of a slow deal here, so let's see if I can get them to open. Ah. You know what? I'm just gonna copy them all. Not coming much faster that way either. Maybe they're still copying over. I don't know. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, I'm trying from here
I had a
again.
real hard time saving it when I went to close it too. I don't know why, it just took forever.
Yeah, I think this is a really slow US thumb drive. Yeah,
Could
yeah.
They are.
It is. All right, here we go.
So this is just taken at the lake across the street where I live, and it was a nice cloudy day and rocks and stuff. It's just a nice out.
Mhm.
Looks both color and black and white. I left it in color. I may add another image to it, a bird coming down. I've got a bird that is a flycatcher here
Mhm.
that I caught about 2.5 inches off the water going for a gnat. So I've got a nice reflection of it. And I might incorporate that into this image.
Yeah, if your perspective works or you can force it enough to make it believable, that'd be great.
Anyway, so this is.
Yeah.
Just the beginnings of some of the things that I'm doing.
Mhm.
They're works in progress.
Okay, good. Yeah,
I think that you're talking about a vermilion flycatcher,
could be.
right?
Yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah, they're so brilliant in color. I think that would add a neat focal point in that kind of gray image there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, and this is a little more abstract. It's kind of nice. You got some movement going in here. I like.
I just. hand
Oh, you
shot.
just pan shot? Good for you. Good for you.
I
Fairly.
liked the color and what was going on. I think it was an iPhone shot too, actually. I'm not mistaken.
Is that sunrise or sunset?
Who knows?
Yeah. He doesn't remember what he had for breakfast. Come on. Neither do I.
Look at all the information.
Yeah.
embedded in
Yeah,
the
right.
file.
Yeah, yeah. If you're lucky, you might have location too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Birch and pine trees in Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Sunset.
Mm.
Yeah. Daryl's from Alaska, for those that don't know. Okay.
Now, this,
What?
no idea how it was done. It was taken with an iPhone. And I believe they were panning or whatever, but the brakes on that truck are incredible, I'll tell you.
I think he slammed on the brakes and then the upper part.
Unbelievable. Wait a minute, you didn't take this picture? It's
No, I had it airdropped to me. My roommate at the time did it. And I don't know how it was done.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it's cloned.
it's really neat, very entertaining.
It's fun.
Love it.
But I would like to know how to do it.
Yeah, you just clone
I
it.
would too.
I was like, perfect.
Yeah, yeah,
And yet the truck is,
yeah.
There's even a stake on the far side of the.
I know, it's like, you know, it's just the top half of the truck went.
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty cool.
that's fun. There's a nice panel shot.
And that's about 100 miles from Anchorage, up near Matanuska Glacier, I believe.
Yeah, okay. Well, nice.
Yeah, that's
Keep it up.
Nice.
Let's see some more. All right, I'm gonna toss these and eject this guy.
That's right.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think it was just a big clone brush. He just moved it. Yeah.
Clone brush?
Yeah.
He was showing, he, you know, got it somewhere, and I don't know how he did it.
I'll pass that back. Big stretch. Okay. Let's go to James Bowman. I don't see Jim Murphy here today. I'm surprised. He's usually around. See what he's been up to. Usually you guys are like what, right after each other. All right, Jim, you're up.
yeah. So these are taken at different places, but Empire Ranch during their rodeo days or whatever they call them,
Mhm.
and just a cowboy, modern cowboy, and with his cool sunglasses on.
Yeah, I like his chaps.
Yeah,
Good
cool
reputation.
chaps too.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, nice job. And the backlight is subdued enough that it's not taking over the shot. Yeah, good work.
Yeah, and I put on let's see here. I think it was a Degas in the background, the Degas kind of background, and then the foreground and his face was erased out,
Right.
so I didn't have that. So
Yeah.
it's just a typical way of framing it to keep your eyes on him.
Good. And
So
same effect with the squirrel here.
yeah, same effect with the squirrel.
Right.
And
But yeah. Okay.
But I was taking off down toward Nogales on I-19, and I don't know if you know this area. It's called Rancho Santa Cruz, and it's a bird watching area.
Hmm.
So we stopped and walked back in there. You can walk in there real nice, and so the next few shots are from that.
Okay.
This yeah. Now this one was not in that area. That's just out in front of my yard.
Well, you got a good shot of him.
Nice Cooper's hawk, right? Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like one visits my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got about 3 that kind of cycle in and out. Nice. I wonder if maybe darkening the background slightly just to get him to pop a little more.
Do a little more, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That would be good.
Or brightening him up slightly. But I think darkening back
Nice.
will probably help. Ah, I like that. It's got a lot of motion.
So
on it.
yeah, this is the Tumacacri Festival.
Hmm.
They just had that a little while ago, and so these are the ladies that like to come out for that.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there a little afterwards and it was mostly food and music by the time we got there after lunch. So I did manage to corner a couple of the dancers and just do candids of them, but yeah, it's nice to see them performing.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, so this is that area that I was talking about, back down by Nogales. Not quite, it's before you get to Nogales. And this is the kind of the pathway and just a painterly look.
Mhm.
Is
Just
that
a
out
nice,
toward Pina Blanco?
pardon?
Is that out toward Pina Blanco, south of Rio Rico, or is it?
Yeah, it's well, it's down by Tumacacri, but only further south.
And is it
And
on the east or west side of the expressway?
Well, if you're going down to Nogales, it's on the east side.
Okay.
And you get to the place called the Rancho Santa Fe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, excuse me, Rancho
Santa
Santa Cruz.
Okay.
Santa Cruz.
Uh-huh.
And then you can park in there. There's a kind of a house and it's right back in there. Anyway.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they had an art opening or something there last
A
spring.
big metal gate.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice walking around that property. It's pretty. Got nice fall colors and good light and nice effect.
James, that's a really nice impressionist painting right there.
Yeah, thank you.
I like it.
Very nice. All right. Well, thanks. Maybe we'll see you in person here sometime.
Yeah.
Are you in Michigan still, or?
No, I'm here in Arizona now.
Okay.
That'd be great. All right.
This is Sedona, Bull Creek Canyon. And we were up there about the middle of October. Didn't get there early enough to get down in the main parking area to get a lot of the color that was there, but seeing as I was.
Creek. Oh, yeah.
In the parking lot by about 7 in the morning, that didn't happen for us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We drove on up the canyon, I guess, headed toward Flagstaff and then went over and walked down in a couple different spots.
Mhm.
So I took it into, I'm getting better with Photoshop as far as camera raw, took it in and worked on the colors there, just brought up the reflections a bit more
Mhm.
and the colors.
Yeah, you've got Neo too, right?
I do.
Oh, you do not.
No,
All right. You have Topaz.
I've got to.
Hey, Kim,
Yeah.
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, an image like this, either in Topaz or Neo would be good to do the contrast, and I can't remember what it's called in Topaz, smart contrast and
Just the, yeah.
and the smart sharpening. I
Right.
can't remember which. You can bring it in there and then just paint it into the rocks in the areas that you want,
Okay,
and just add a little more snap to it.
okay, because I did work, I don't know if it was an interesting picture that I've been on the rocks a little bit, just because I think it was the other image. There were some bright spots that I toned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I worked.
But yeah, you could grab these, you can do it in Photoshop too. You just take a little more work. You'd have to do maybe 2 or 3 different adjustment layers to get it the way you want it.
Now, when you were talking about Topaz, is that Topaz AI? Or
No, that
the
would
old-
be the old Studio 2. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm a little disappointed in AI. We can get to that a little later, but
This, I went down to Tubac for their parade from Dia de los Muertos. So. Fixed the colors in Photoshop, but then went into Topaz, masked her. And then put a different background behind, just because there were all sorts of people behind
right,
it, yeah.
right.
Real
Mhm.
nice, Jim.
Yeah,
That's really neat,
That's
yeah.
a great one.
Normally I'd call it,
captivating.
yeah, I'd call this soft edge out, but I think it works here. On this particular one, it kind of lets you fade back and give you a little difference. But that's just a matter of refining your mask,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
Is this some sort of Dia del Muerte? Oh, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Dia de Muerte
Yeah,
performance.
yeah.
Yeah, and again, down at Tubac and just
Uh-huh.
put a different Topaz texture behind her, and I just like, the lightning just fit.
Yeah.
Makes it more eerie. Ooh.
It's like, oh, this one will work.
What'd you say to her?
Like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, right of,
There
yeah.
was a panel up above above the violin player,
Oh, did I miss one?
yeah, right there.
Thanks.
This is Sedona, from Red Rock State Park.
Ah,
So looking at Cathedral Rock from
Right.
behind,
right.
and.
That's a nice view, by the way.
Actually.
Yeah, yeah, from that information center, yeah.
And this is, I think, 4 images stitched together.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I was really, in fact, I'm planning on printing this on metal.
Yeah, it would snap real nice on
Yeah.
metal.
So I was pleased with the way that
So,
turned
do
out.
you remember what your lens was with 4 images then? Were you shooting vertically when you?
I was shooting. No, actually, no, I was shooting horizontally,
Okay, Lori.
yeah.
Okay, before you say anything, if you look at the, if you look at the top, at the title, it says needs cropping.
Yeah. Okay,
I forgot to crop it.
all right. You tell me, what do you want to, where you want to do it?
Well, the top, a lot of the top has to come off.
All right. You gonna take any side off?
What do you think?
Um. Yeah, I could come into about here, maybe here.
Okay, yeah,
something
Now,
like-
the bottom bothers me that's out of focus on the bottom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so
that's
maybe
just me.
like that, somewhere in there.
Yeah, there you go.
So your autofocus is in the background.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay,
Mhm.
something like that. You could probably even go a
Yeah.
little more on top if you wanted to.
yeah, looks much better.
Mhm.
Yeah, the focus was on the front flowers,
Right.
at least the 2. I worked on this forever because there were so many stems coming up. You can see there's remnants, but I did the best I could in getting them out. After a while, it just wouldn't cooperate.
Okay,
But they were covering most of the flowers.
yeah, at some point you just gotta say enough's enough. You know,
Yeah,
You can always go back to it later too, you know.
True.
But when you get frustrated, just walk away.
I like the color.
Colors are great. Yeah,
yeah,
Mhm.
nice.
thanks.
Okay. Oh, we know this place.
Oh, great restaurant. It
Yeah,
is. It's yummy.
Yeah, I clearly didn't do much to this other than take the photo.
right.
I could see things that I could improve on, but I just liked the composition and stuff.
Okay,
Um,
so what would you do?
I would do something with the front stones and the front entrance. I think they're a little too bright. The sun was too bright.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah. What else?
I would also add some clouds back there, I think, the sky.
Mhm. Yeah, what about this guy?
Yeah, I tried to take them out, and this was before AI,
Yeah.
the generative fill. So I could go back and use that, and I'm sure it would take it out very,
Yeah, you
very
can
well.
do that first and then replace this.
Yeah,
You can get rid of this or you can crop it. I would probably think about getting rid of that too. I don't know if you want to crop
Mm-hmm.
it out because then your balance is gonna go to hell, but yeah, I would definitely darken this because your eye goes here first and then
mhm, yeah,
here. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
The top and the bottom were the first things
yeah.
I saw. But
Yeah.
like I said, this was some time ago, and I was
Alright.
in a hurry for some pictures this morning.
All right, well, you got the idea. So work in
Yeah.
progress.
Right.
Okay. Work in
Lori,
progress.
Yes,
have you seen the front entrance of the restaurant?
yes, I have.
Yeah, because they have wood carvings and umbrellas.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. I've
Yeah.
taken some pictures there, but I like the
Uh-huh.
character of the back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this one, I think you have sharpening issues on, it's just out of focus. Composition guys,
It was taken about 10 years ago.
okay,
So,
yeah.
yeah, with my very first DSLR.
Mhm. Yeah, you might be
So-
able to pull some of that back.
Mhm.
I would concentrate just on the head. I wouldn't worry too much about the rest of it.
Thanks.
Yeah. This one, I like what you've
Mm.
done.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's getting
Interesting.
toward what we're looking for, as far as fine art and
Yeah.
manipulating and making a statement. So, yeah, do more of that.
I will.
The tilt.
Doesn't necessarily have to be the fact that you blurred it. It's the fact that you brought the viewer into where you wanted them to be. You tilted. It's not normal grip and grin, snap and shoot type of stuff. You actually, moved it on purpose the way you wanted it to. And yeah, I think it flows real nice. So
Goes back into space.
yeah. So
Really-
keep
Yeah,
those
that's,
things in mind and don't necessarily duplicate the blurring and so forth, but
mhm,
composition, I think, is something, and also guiding your viewer through your image. If you keep those two
Yeah.
things in mind, I think you'll get a
Thanks.
long way. Okay,
thank you.
sure.
This is just, I was desperate this morning, like I said. So I
You know,
found this
you don't-
one.
You don't have to do 5, if you only have 1 or 2,
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you won't have to make
I-
any excuses.
So this isn't very arty, but
Yeah.
I like this pose. It's my backyard,
What
Yeah.
kind of bird is that?
hooded
I have
hooded Oriole.
Oreo, yeah, we've got
Oriole.
a pair of 'em
I
in our-
haven't seen that one around.
Yeah, they're
They are migrants. They're here from May to October.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
Sure,
Keep that in mind. All right.
I will. I will.
Okay, Paula.
This is the having a bad day.
Oh, yawn. I think he's bored.
Yeah, that too. But I just caught him at the right time and just darkened the background.
Yeah, I would probably take some of this top off. I don't think you need it.
Yeah,
There you go.
mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have more side there?
No, there's not really much side there.
Yeah, okay. Well, try generative fill, maybe you can extend the background a little bit.
Okay.
All right, now we have no excuses about being shy in the camera. Unless it's too much for it, like crowds and things like that. All right, yeah, I like that. Maybe, whoops, maybe, maybe just brighten the eye a little bit or something. Bring a little
Mhm. I
detail.
did a little bit, but I didn't want to get too carried away with it.
Right. You could probably bring this down a little bit. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just a little too hot. Well, that's probably where you want the viewer to go, so no argument there. All right.
This is another boat that was in that is island, a little water area near a hotel.
Mhm.
I didn't do a whole much. I just liked the texture and the green stuff and the bird looking off there.
Yeah, I love cormorants in the morning when they're drying
Yeah,
off.
and I did put a little art, to put a little texture in the background and everything.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I see that. Nice.
Nice.
I wonder if maybe you could pull some of it off the boat, leave it on there, but not as strong, so you get a little difference.
mhm.
Kind of get the boat to pop a little more. Okay.
This, I took the background and made it a little bluer. I
Mm.
wish I had focused more on his head instead of getting the front, but
Mhm.
he was just hanging around.
Yeah, the eye looks pretty sharp, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay. All right.
And this is a water fountain. I took and darkened the background
Mhm.
and so that it would pop a little more.
Yeah, I'd probably
Nice composition.
extend the top just a little bit to kind of match the sides.
Okay.
That'd be easy to do since in color, just black. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, you could probably just
We're gonna find out in 16, 18 months.
I'm gonna Photoshop real quick.
Gonna rewrite it a third time. They pulled the rug out from the neighbors.
All right. Where's the rest of it? Hang on here.
But again, as further context, the hybrid was originally going to also.
Yeah, hide this so I can see where the heck the background is here. There we go. Guess I haven't opened that in a while. So anyway, what you can do is you can go under canvas size,
Mhm.
and then you want to go up. So rather than expanding from the middle, you want to add more to the top. Or I'm sorry, it's the opposite way. You want to add more to the top so you hit the bottom, so it spreads
Mhm.
that way. And then you want to pick a color. You could just pick whatever this color is back here. Okay, it looks like it's pretty solid black. All right, and then right now it's 100 pixels high, so maybe make it like 950. Add 50. Oops, can't type. Make it 950. Kind of like 10 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. Okay, there you go. And there, you've got it. Now it's a little
Awesome.
Mhm.
a little dark there. You can blend it in with a clone brush or pick a lower and kind of do it. But yeah, that's the easy way.
Mhm.
All righty.
Cool.
Let's save that. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to review here. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's it. All right. Thanks. I'm going to skip me till the end. Wendell. Guess he's not here. Wendell's not on Zoom, is he? No, I don't think so.
No.
No. Okay. All right. I guess we'll save you for next time. Okay, Alan, you're up.
I didn't even remember who it brought in.
Well, you'll see soon enough. There you go.
This, we had a little trip over to Paris, so this is in the Louvre. And, So it's in the kind of main entrance here inside. And I just really like the shape of this staircase. It's just.
So this is under that glass pyramid?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
it's just, I mean, I've lightened everything up, so it's like a high key thing.
Yeah, it's nice.
And I had to erase a few people even there.
Right. Selectively.
Just with you?
Just a few,
Yeah,
just-
I would think maybe you don't need all
Sure.
that foreground. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, the top of it, I clipped the top of it,
Mhm.
so about maybe a little bit. Added in with the.
Oh, with the generative fill.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
did it like that.
Nice. Nice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not much, but there was. The point was missing.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, better than having to clone it. Create it.
anyway, I kind of like to it.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, that's France.
This is in Paris as well. So. And what I loved about this is just the depth of it and the cars and then of course the Arc de Triomphe in the background. So
Mhm.
I changed the sky. No, I didn't change the sky. I played with the sky because it was a kind of sunset
Mhm.
time. But I did change some of the trees and stuff like that. around it.
Mhm. Yeah, it looks like you got some kind of issue with your mask
Or
going.
maybe
Yeah, kind of here and there, and you could just get in there and
clean it up. a
clean
bit.
it up on your own. Yeah. But man, I like it, yeah. I'm wondering, this kind of detracts from the arch,
Yeah.
maybe just color it the same as
Take
the
that out.
sky. Yeah, or just color it the same as the sky
I
and it
don't know
would
what
just
it
drop
is,
back.
but yeah, something.
Yeah, it's probably a building or something back
Yeah.
there or something that the mask grabbed, and then,
Yeah.
so just whatever this mask
Bring it down.
layer is, yeah, just bring it down and cover that up. And I think that'll solve that problem.
What about this guy in the front that was a little bit?
Yeah, he's a little soft, but so is the car. I don't have an issue with that because your focal point's getting to be like here.
What did you do to the trees on the left compared to?
I don't remember.
Okay, it's just, I like the
It's
look.
one of the,
Yeah.
it's probably some kind of topaz type thing, so.
Mhm.
What I didn't like about it is that building right above there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you clone over this?
What's that?
Did you clone over the building? Or something? Because I see a lot of streetlights here. There's that many streetlights? Wow. Yeah, because it almost looks like a step and repeat clone or
Oh.
something. Wow.
Well, this is the Champs-Élysées, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can do the same thing with this building. You could kind of have it take the
Yeah.
cast of this
I was
background.
thinking that, but
Yeah.
I just, they leave it in or take it out. Or.
Yeah. No, I would take it out because that's your feature. Yeah.
It doesn't look right, that building, though, eh? It doesn't.
No, and it kind of keeps, it's the same
Yeah.
tone, just like
Yeah.
this, and it kind of bounces you
Like,
around.
fiction.
And you want to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, you got this, which is kind of nice because it's an inverted version of this.
Uh-huh.
So you're going back and forth, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So you kind of bouncing here, then here, then here, but then you're doing this. So yeah, just eliminate
For me,
those.
my eyes went right through all the cars.
Yeah. Yeah. I would maybe darken his shirt down a hair too, so he doesn't become a distraction. So that you're just cleanly going right through there,
Yeah.
bringing your viewer right through the image.
Fix that.
Okay. All right, you got a lot of foreground here, but I think it works at this particular point, and you were on a nice low angle and.
It was, well, obviously it was raining and I liked the wet cobble street, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sort of does boy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done a few versions, a few different images like this, but, and I played with some of them. I think the next one you'll see is.
Yeah, nice,
Mm,
Nice.
real painterly,
Good job.
real good
I
job.
love the foreground in this.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
So
very.
there's no people in it, so. I'm not,
Yeah, awesome.
I tend to try and either shoot with no people or a lot of people.
Yeah. I think there's some people in here would have made it.
Yeah, probably would have made a difference, like maybe someone scurrying through the rain and splashing some puddles, that would have been cool. But when
But
you,
I've got a few different things like this, but there was only so many can bring in, right? It's not-
Yeah, that too, yeah.
It's, this is in Scotland, they're called kelpies, and there's two of them actually. This is obviously just showing the one, but these are gigantic sculptures. They're about 100 feet high.
Yeah, I'm looking at
And,
the surrounding areas, like even those railings, you know, they're just teeny and
stunning pieces of art, they really are.
nice.
And the colors change every 5.
Oh, okay.
They're just. I saw these a long time ago, maybe about 10 years ago, and I thought, I gotta go and see these things. And
Yeah.
of course, we were back last summer, and I just loved them.
What do you think about getting rid of some of that left side?
The left side.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't want to make it a vertical
yeah, yeah.
and chop off both sides.
Yeah, you could come in on this side a little bit too. Oop.
I've got hundreds of
Square,
them.
square clock, yeah.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, so something like that.
Mhm. More focus.
Mhm. Yeah, nice.
Anyway, if you're ever over there, you have to go and see them.
Yeah, nice. All right, Dave, you're up.
Hello, everybody.
Yay,
Sandy, could you start with the wild one?
the wild one.
Yeah, down at the bottom. Down at the bottom.
Oh, that wild one.
Yes.
Isn't that the, could have been a contender guy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no,
no.
that's
Oh,
on
no.
the waterfront. No, this one
Yeah,
is
but I
the
mean,
wild one.
same
with
Wild
actor,
one.
same actor.
Yeah, same actor.
It's Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
Exactly. I didn't want to say the name.
So, folks, last summer I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with the Be Funky digital alteration program. And I came up with some experimental works. What you see here is a juxtaposition of two images. And Sandy, you can maybe make it smaller because the panel is in the way. Okay, good. Can everyone see the whole image?
Yeah.
Just, oh, yeah.
So this program,
I'm gonna move.
the application is a graphic novel.
Yeah.
And sometimes it makes the faces, it renders the faces in a monstrous way. And I'm not interested in ugly pictures. So what I did is I thought about it and figured out a way to come back and superimpose the original image right on top of the rendered image. See, so I liked that better. You can see there's a little bit of a square. Oh, I didn't give you the orientation. This is the strange town of Roslyn, Washington.
Okay.
We drove in there. That's where they shot Northern Exposure. It's a very strange town. And this was the second time I visited. I thought it was going to be a big portrait of Elvis. That's what I recall. But then it turned out to be Marlon Brando. So, and that's a theater back there. And I think what they do is they paint images of famous actors on and on. So now what's interesting, I thought here is I was shooting through a piece of mining equipment. That's what caused those framing elements.
I thought maybe it was a window covering or something.
Yeah, they had torched it into an outdoor fireplace and it was out in the courtyard. So I was shooting through it to create those framing elements. So,
Oh, what fun.
yeah, so I did a bunch of experimental digital juxtapositions and replacing the faces and whatnot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Should I go up from here? Or?
Let's do the minor memorial. That's still in Roslyn right here, the next one up.
Yeah, all right.
So Roslyn is a coal mining town, and they have this very large memorial to the coal miners. And this is a bronze statue, and I rendered it, and it looks artistic, but the faces were terrible. So again, I experimented with superimposing the original face on top of the rendered image. And then I juxtapose two images together.
Mhm.
Hmm?
So I think it's interesting since you don't have, Dave's a beginner, so he doesn't have any masking skills or might not even have programs with masking. So what you've done is you've actually just used a rectangle.
Mhm.
Sure. It's kind
So
of,
yeah, I take the original photo and just slide it right, tick, 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 slide it right up over
Mhm.
the image. And actually my wife does that. Her hands on the mouse. She's the boss of the computer, so she gets credit on
Oh,
all.
you're just the director, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I say what the idea is and she makes it happen on the
There you go.
digital
It's
program.
kind of like the
She
yeah,
gets credit.
kind of like the client digital risk thing, like I used to be to a lot of agencies. All righty, good, good.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, let's go up as long as we're heading that way.
So here we go now. Took a trip to the gold country, the mother lode on Highway 49. And this picture depicts James Marshall at the moment he discovered gold in the American River. He was inspecting the tailings off of John Sutter's mill in the background. And a glint hit his eye and he reached down and lo and behold, he discovered gold in the American River. Gold, gold, gold.
Yeah.
And so they went down, they tried to keep this a secret, him and John Sutter. And the blabbermouths got the word out in the assay office.
Ah,
And the whole world, when they heard that there was gold in them there hills, the whole world rushed into California. And
they're still there.
they're still there, and it's still very expensive over there in the gold country. But the story, to further the story of the background, all that glitters was not gold for James Marshall and John Sutter, because a year later in 1849, hence the name the 49ers, thousands and thousands of Argonauts trampled their property and ripped up the mill to use the wood and the iron for their own mining purposes. So these two men that discovered gold, although millions and millions of dollars were extracted from the ground, they both lived out their lives relatively penniless. So it's a bit of a story.
yeah.
Photographically, what I did is I rendered in the Be Funky digital alteration program, and then I juxtaposed an abstract image onto the side to further the interest and maybe remind you of some of the geometry of the mill.
Okay.
Okay, this is in the Coloma Sutter's Mill Gold Rush Museum. They have dioramas set up everywhere.
Yeah, I would think he'd be more excited had he seen it. But he was probably keeping it subdued because he wanted to keep it a secret, although that didn't last.
That's right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, there's an adjacent diorama in the Museum of Indian life in the area. This is an Indian woman. She was rather interesting, and she's crushing some grain, I imagine, or doing something. And I juxtapose an image of other elements in the Gold Rush Park, just to add interest in vertical, horizontal in the composition.
Yeah,
So I'm doing experimental work
yeah.
here by digitally juxtaposing things.
Okay, I'm gonna diverge a minute. Now, getting back to your antique car, this is what I was talking about. You see the way this is pulling her forward because she's breaking this background horizontal here? And also, they don't line up with her shoulders or that much with the rest of her. When you're working from scratch, that's intentional, but you can make it intentional by your point of view as well. Where you decide to place your camera when you're taking the shot, you can manipulate that horizon or whatever is going on in the background or next to your subject, you know.
Right, you, like in this one, Sandy, to support what you're just saying, I leaned down.
Yeah.
And leaning down raises her head up.
Yeah, otherwise
Right.
it would have been tangent with this and it wouldn't work. Okay.
Okay, here is, Sandy, can you make that smaller so they could see
Sure.
the whole thing, please?
There you go.
Here is the Calaveras County Museum. And this picture depicts E. Clampus Vitus, and he represents the Society for the Preservation of History in the Gold Country. And he's a bit of a tall tale teller, and he stretches the yarns. And his role in the gold rush was to offer some entertainment and storytelling and humor. And the miners loved it. And they created a whole society, the E. Clampus Vitus Society, which was a bit of a farce because their sole purpose was just to get membership and have some kind of society of people gathering and telling stories. Here again, I superimposed the program created a monstrosity of his face. So I superimposed back the original image of the original photo on both of these.
Okay. So here you're just working with you know, zooming in and cropping differently and running them side by side rather than using different imagery. Yeah.
And there's ever so slightly a movement if you look at the two hands. So, you know, I shoot the image twice. This is not the same image, and then I glue them together digitally.
Oh,
See what I mean?
I do.
Dave, is your intention to blend these or to have them as two separate photographs?
They are two separate photos. They're just juxtaposed.
Okay, so
That's all.
you're not trying to get two in one picture, I guess.
Well, they're visually
Well, I mean,
combined.
yes, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
two in one picture. That's the whole point.
yeah, it is one picture out of two. You know, think of pop art sort of things. Sandy, I'll take one more second if I can.
Yeah.
I have an announcement. I have made my first ever photo book of interest. And you guys might remember this picture of the Birdcage Theater that I shared here last session.
Let me make this bigger so people can see it. Yeah, put that up again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And can you see it?
Yeah. Okay,
It has the title and then my name, and you guys Blurb made this and they did a fantastic job of printing it. Fantastic clarity. I was so worried about the image quality and the pixelation because in the viewing, the print viewing, it was a little pixelated. So Blurb came back and told us to put it in high res. And they printed it beautifully. I mean, just beautiful. I got a little logo made. Me and my wife collaborate on the project.
We're good.
And I'd recommend all of you guys make yourself a little book so you have something in your hand. I mean, it's just amazing.
Waiting to happen. There you go.
Yeah, the print quality is amazing that Blurb does. So, anyways, just wanted to point that out.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Who did we miss? Anybody? Wow, we actually got through all those, didn't we? Pretty short order, huh? Okay, so we've done Ellen and Dave's. Yeah, I think the only ones we didn't do were Wendell's. Okay, well, I guess I can show you mine. I'm still just rough editing. I've got so much stuff. It's overwhelming.
Japan, were you in Tokyo for a while?
Yes,
Photographed the Rainbow Bridge.
didn't get over there, but yeah. Yeah, we were,
The Statue of Liberty over there.
I know, yeah, we kind of let that, so we're planning going back and spending about a week to 10 days in Tokyo and then probably going up to Hokkaido from there, and do Sapporo and all the natural parks there. Anyway. So I just grabbed a smattering of some people shots to show you guys today, and just in and around this. This is a gentleman doing about, I'd guess, an acre of grounds by hand, weeding things out.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's a gentleman in a rice field. And there's rice absolutely everywhere. It's pretty amazing. And then this next one, there's a road that low tide, which he's standing on, that basically goes out from shore, and they get out to their boats that way. They drive out, they walk out. It's pretty cool. So at low tide, you can actually walk on it. So I was out there just before sunrise through early daybreak shooting. He happened to walk out, and I asked him if he wouldn't mind doing a portrait, and he did.
The purple waders and boots just.
Yeah, the colors are amazing. I've got shots of him from behind too, going out to the
Color
boats.
coordinated.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
just-
Or it might be all
It's probably
one
all
suit.
one piece.
Yeah,
Yeah, like waiters.
Chest, right,
Yeah.
chest waders.
yeah, it's kind of like a bib overall in rubber. Yeah. And then we happened upon a lot of festivals, which was nice. So I just grabbed a couple of shots from that.
Nice.
People are really
Wow.
energetic and
Wow.
very animated, in all ages. So yeah, they're really into it. And this is a little more subtle. They rent kimonos there. So a lot of people, if they don't have their own, they'll rent a kimono while they're in a town for a while, and just dress up and go out and about. So that's kind of fun. So she was just posing, and her friend was taking pictures with the iPhone, and I just happened to grab a shot.
Sandy, were you driving around in a camper like your Italy trip, or
Yeah,
same thing?
much smaller.
Much smaller?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we did about 4,700 miles this trip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of driving. Now, this is in Tokyo in the North End. There was a festival coming up in that area. This was kind of an evening shot. I shot a couple candidates of her, and when she saw I was shooting her, she gave me this one, which I kind of liked it. So I kept it.
Fun.
Yeah. And then this guy was videotaping around this bay, and down in Nara, and so he asked me if he could take my picture. I said, sure. Now can I take yours? And that's what he gave me. But they get into all this kind of odd stuff, with the headgear and the little Pikachu keychains and stuff, and all their advertising and everything. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre, but it's a lot of fun.
Is that your van in the background there?
No, but it was about that size. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah,
2.5 months.
yeah. And these guys were just kind of messing around, and I did some candidates of them beforehand, and then they said, well, take a picture. So they got all together, and this is kind of like a final pose for them. And they rent outfits as well.
Did you pose them? Did they?
No, this is just what they came up with. Yeah.
They're well balanced. Each has a hand on one side.
Yeah.
Bill's got his arms crossed.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like the guy on the far right too. Yeah, he's kind of a character. And a lot of them got into, tipping and frosting and bleaching their hair and cutting it different ways. Yeah, just to get away from that straight, long black hair. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting, men and women as well. So that's what I got for today.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we stop the recording here.